maybe I put more into it than was actually there. I don't know.
Well,
but I remember it was tough to get through because it just seemed like it was really missing something. It was a great concept,
Well, absolutely. That's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, but a lot of those, original works of these classic monster tales or whatever, a lot of them, I think, they're so fantastic in the movies, and you get used to seeing the movies and, seeing them reworked and redone and all this crazy stuff. But when you go back and you actually read the original, a lot of times I think it's like that, where you kind of go, wait, that's it? Where's the part where this happens or whatever? But it's just like the basic, stripped down story a lot of times.
Okay, yeah, the basic outline is there, and a lot of times it's been embellished or reworked to sensationalize it. In this, when I did actually listen to this relatively recently, probably within the past couple of years, and I enjoyed it immensely. But again, it was, I'm listening to it, so I don't have to read through long paragraphs. I can't help it. With the dyslexia, it's just so much easier to hear it. So I always try to get the unabridged versions but the story, like you said, had such great potential, and I think that man's quest to remove good from evil, I think it's impossible, and I think if you try to do that, you wind up with stories like, Jekyll and Hyde, or even Hellraiser. I know that's the route that they took in some of the later movies. You see that one thing became separated from the other. Not necessarily that was the quest of the one who became Pinhead, but there were two very separate entities there, and when one portion was divorced from the other part that was Pinhead, he was out there running amok, so he needed something to govern it. So even demons in hell needed something to keep them in check. So what would your rating for this movie be, would you say?
I would tend to rate it fairly high.
Yeah?
Darn, I don't have your little scale in front of me this evening.
Oh.
Like I said, it's really hard to give a perfect 10 to anything.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost go there with this, but it's just because there's a lot of things I really love about it. John Malkovich.
Yeah. That's really only one thing, isn't it?
He's so great. He is so great in everything that he does. He is such a professional. He is such a master. There's nothing he can't do. But it's maybe not one of his best. I mean, it's definitely not. But I just love the fact that he's there.
Yeah.
And I think, Julia Roberts, I've never been a huge fan. I don't not like her, but, I'm not like, oh, my God, Julia Roberts, I love her. She's always good in everything. She always plays kind of a similar role in movies. I think she kind of, first thing I ever saw her in was Mystic Pizza, of course, and she was adorable and lovely in that. And she's usually adorable and lovely in everything.
Well, in this one, I thought she got a very subdued performance, and I think that's what it called for.
She was amazing. I think this is one of the movies that I think she was the best in, because she had to take on a totally different kind of persona, and she did it so well.
Okay. Well, did you call up the scale over there?
No. Was I supposed to?
Oh, that'd be helpful. Okay. Well, we're running out of time.
I would give it a 9. Well, shoot. I guess I would give it a 9.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to score it lower. Not because I didn't like it, but I would say I'm going to give it about a 7, but much like one of the other reviews that we did here on Night of the Demons and stuff, I'd give it some extra points depending on what your attitude was towards the movie. You have to be ready to sit down, turn off the lights, and just immerse yourself into this. This isn't a movie you can watch while you're working on the computer or while you're running in and out of the room or whatever. I really think it demands the attention, not just because the story is that intricate, but I think you need to be sucked into just the whole atmosphere of the movie.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't have all the lights on and kids running through there.
Yeah, it would just maybe be lame otherwise.
Yeah.
And it's not like a horror movie like totally scary, blood and gut. It's not that kind of a horror movie.
Now, there is a bit of gore in it, a little bit.
Well, it is rated R.
It is rated R, yeah. Mm-hmm. And you do see some transformations that, again, I'm mostly for practical effects, but they do a little bit of computer graphics or computer effects that don't necessarily hold up. But
I was going to ask you what you thought of that.
Yeah, for the time, I think they were good. They maybe don't quite hold up 100% today.
No.
But I don't know how else they could have done. They couldn't have done that with practical effects.
What did you think of the way the transformation was done? It wasn't the typical, the guy, it just, you see changes in the face and then slowly the eyes change and everything. I mean, this transformation was quite different.
Yeah, and wow, I hate to say it, but I actually thought of, which one of the Evil Dead movies? I actually thought of one of the Evil Dead movies when I saw it, but we won't get into that. I don't want to give anything else away for people that haven't seen it. Like I said, nobody else has, that I know of has covered this one already and stuff, so this may be one that's maybe slipped under the wire. People that haven't heard about it and haven't checked this one out yet. So I don't want to spoil, where that.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking of. But as far as the transformation, I liked it. It was a little outrageous the first time I saw it. I remember the first time I saw this movie, I wasn't quite sure how I felt about it. I don't know that I liked it.
Now tell me, what do you think? Because like I said, this is a twisted love story. What did you think about that, as a guy or whatever? Not that you're some typical guy, but I don't want to stereotype you, sorry.
That's okay.
But no, really though, is there a place for that in a movie like this?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Okay. Like you said, it's not a perfect love story, and that's twisted to say that, but yeah, it is a love story. One of the other love stories, and I sound maybe a little, I'm in touch with my feminine side. Anyhow, the story Bug was a great love story to me, which is, we're going long on this one, but I can't help it. Well, now that you brought this question up, I got to answer it. Bug is another movie with Ashley Judd, and I forgot who the other guy that plays it.
Okay.
Because he played such a wonderful part.
I was grasping. I'm thinking, Bug, which one was that? But yes, I gotcha.
Yeah, maybe we should do an episode on that if I could sit through it again. Ashley Judd. I cannot think of the other. Anyhow, enough forgetting names of this one. Yeah, I thought it was good, and I'm glad to see that. I love the story. It's all about the story. And so anytime you mix in elements, either characters that aren't your typical main character, or you mix in elements from other things, you know what I mean? A love story, or, comedy to a certain extent. Right. But you got to be careful with horror comedies and stuff, but that's a discussion for another time.
And this is definitely not a flowery love story.
It certainly is not.
The whole movie from beginning to end, it's gloom and doom, it's dark, It's maybe depressing if you let it be.
Yeah.
Mary Reilly's life sucks.
Yeah, but she's happy with it.
Her childhood sucked worse, so she's actually content with what she has right now.
Absolutely.
Which is amazing, because you just look around at her daily life, her chores, her living quarter, just everything, But she's happy and she feels safe, and most people wouldn't there.
Yeah.
But so it's very interesting, and the places she finds comfort or happiness, it's just quite different.
Definitely.
So it's not a flowery love story. It's not a romantic Dracula story, to be sure.
Okay, I hate to rush you, but we got to cut it here. So you'd give this a 9 or a 10, you said?
I would, just because
I got it, and I'm going to give it about a 7. And we both agree it's a good movie, worth checking out. But again, when you have the time to sit down and watch it. So anyhow, thanks for listening, and like I said, I'm working hard to get this down to 30 minutes. So thanks for joining us, though. Thanks, Lori.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
When you're online, be sure to check out lowriderpimps.com. Lowrider Pimps, where you'll find beautiful lowriders and beautiful women, both treated with class. check them out at myspace.com/lowriderpimps or use the Lowrider Pimps hotline, 213-884-4073. So, garbage in, garbage out. Is there anything in particular you have to talk about for garbage in, garbage out?
Well, if we're talking about things we've been watching or reading or whatever, is that what we're talking about?
That's it.
Well, the Winter Olympics are on right now,
Yeah.
so that's taking up a lot of my time.
Yes, definitely.
I'm not a lover of sports. I don't follow them per se, but yeah, Winter Olympics, absolutely. I'm there.
Yeah. I guess I'm not much of a man when it comes to this type of stuff, but I'm not interested in sports at all, unless it's individual sports. I'm interested in seeing an individual excel at what they're doing. Team sports and stuff, I just don't get it. You know, people rotate in and out of the team. You know, how are you going to be loyal to a franchise that's playing, okay, it's your state, it's your whatever, but I just don't get it.
You better be careful there.
Yeah, I know. I've just offended probably.
Here comes the hate mail. No.
Yeah. Well, maybe. That means, well, never mind.
You know, I love soccer. I love rugby. God, I love rugby.
Well, I get it.
I'm living in the wrong country. That's my problem.
Maybe. I was going to say, I enjoy watching a game. I'll go to a baseball game or a basketball game, whatever. But to support a team just, you know, just to say, oh, I'm a fan of whoever, and I'm not going to say anybody because as soon as I do, I'm going to tick somebody off.
Be careful.
Yeah. It's not for me. But anyhow, getting back to what we've been watching, what else did you want to mention? Or...
Oh.
Well, I've got a bunch written down.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say, as far as I could remember, it's Olympics every day, and we're still catching up on Big Love. We're almost to season 3 here.
Yeah, we could start that probably sometime this weekend.
Yeah?
Possibly.
I think that's a good show.
It really, really is. The other thing that I tried to watch was The Haunted World of El Superbeasto by
Oh, my God.
Rob Zombie.
I've washed that out of my brain already.
Well, you know, I thought, hey, how come nobody's talking about this on any of their podcasts? And, you know, I thought somebody would have mentioned it at least cursory, but, wow, that was just bad. I guess if I really wanted to hear just dick and boob jokes, I would have gone to, you know, I don't know, old issues of the Cadaver Lab or something. And I love it. It's, you know, but it just...
Well, that's all it was, though.
Yeah, I need a little bit more.
You know, get to the, like, what's going on here.
Get to the story.
Yeah, it was self-indulgent.
Yes, it was. I was hoping to see, you know, I saw that it had Dr. Satan in it, so I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe we'll get a little insight into something that, you know, maybe was going on in the House of a Thousand Corpse movies, or, you know.
That would have been great. That would have been great. I'd have loved it.
Something. I was looking for anything, but, you know, after, I don't know, 10, did I give it even 15 minutes? I don't know. I could see that it really wasn't going anywhere. So maybe it was in there, but I don't
think so. I think we had it on for probably 15 or 20 minutes, didn't we?
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of hard to say, but we saw Dr. Satan, and that was not Dr. Satan.
No.
Not from House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, so I'm going to say steer clear of El Superbeasto. But the other thing that we did watch was we watched some Masters of Horror. We had a couple of those left over. They ran a few of them, and so we saw the edited down versions on Sci-Fi. But those we saw. What else? The other thing we, of course, saw was Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Yes, we did.
That was a great, great movie. I like that.
That is a great Saturday afternoon movie.
Yeah. Again, since you were sick, we got a chance to do exactly that. Just kick off Saturday afternoon.
See, and I don't even remember hardly. You're bringing this stuff up. Oh, yeah.
Ah.
I was there. That's right.
Good thing I took notes.
I was there in body anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Beyond Thunderdome. That's a lot of people have criticized it and were like, oh my God, what a piece of crap, you know, fans of the first ones, but I love Thunderdome. Yeah,
I like the entire series. I think you get a good, for me, it's a good hero, anti-hero. I'm not exactly sure what you'd call him, but I mean, I think he makes I think that's it. It's his journey from the first movie, Mad Max, to the last one, Beyond Thunderdome, where you see him go back to being more human. You know what I mean?
Yes.